Now, just a little warning before beginning. There will be some spoilers in this video for Andor up through the 7th episode. So if you're not all caught up, you might want to skip this video until you are. All right, so let's do a thunderous little ramble here about Cinta. I've seen a lot of people kind of discussing and debating what happens to the family in episode 6. Does Cinta kill them? Did Cinta let them live? We see that as she is walking away from the base on Aldhani there are tears in her eyes. What do those tears potentially mean? And I mean, if she has killed the family, that's probably the darkest thing in all of Star Wars. I mean, we have what Anakin did in Revenge of the Sith, of course, which, you know, let's not take anything away from how dark that was, but he was a Sith at this point in time. He was a bad guy. He was killing, I guess you could call them enemy combatants.
Well, this just feels different, almost more relatable, because she is an everyday kind of character.
She is a good guy, too. And as I'm saying, at that point, Anakin is no longer one of the good guys, right? It's meant to really just cement how far Anakin has gone to the dark side, whereas here it's how far has Cinta gone to the good side?
I mean, remember in Rogue One, the rant that Cassian goes on, the things that these people have had to do, assassins, saboteurs, they were doing horrible jobs.
Yes.
They were doing those gray parts that you don't want to think about them having to do because they are heroes, but things that ultimately they did do.
Yes, so you believe Cinta killed the family?
I believe it's very possible that she killed them.
You don't want to commit.
She was the first one to pull the trigger. First, she gets on the base, she sees
no
them, they're all holding people up, and she's like, well, problem solved, killed him.
Yeah, she drops it and immediately shoots. No sort of remorse or like, I haven't done anything like that before on her face.
It's kind of where I don't want to think she did it, but I do think she did it.
Do you think the show will address it one way or the other, or are they going to leave this to our imagination?
Part of the issue I'm having, we're hearing about in this current episode we just saw,
episode 7,
the ramifications episode, kind of what happened. Why wasn't the ISB flashing their pictures? Unless one of the reasons they can't is because their witnesses are gone.
Are you saying you don't... I mean, I'm assuming there were cameras, security footage of some kind.
Maybe their jammers had something to do with that.
Perhaps they were able to destroy the security footage too. That's interesting. Because you would think...
Cinta was in a control room. Maybe that was part of her duty.
I mean, you would think their faces would be all over.
Yeah, the rebels, or come forth if you have information on these people.
Yeah, wanted, kind of posters, essentially. Or
not to mention, we know Cassian just went to some resort planet. He wasn't hiding his face.
Yeah, so they must have had confidence that their identities wouldn't be known. I mean, Vel as well is on Coruscant, so... Yeah. I mean, and granted, she looks a little different than Vel on Aldhani. But, good point. So are they pretty comfortable or confident in the fact that
they escaped,
that their identities are not known, that they jammed, security feeds? Because come on, there's got to be security cameras on that base.
Either jammed security feeds or Cinta destroyed them. They were sitting in a very control-looking room.
That too.
Where she could have possibly gotten rid of the evidence, disabled cameras,
and then killed
whatever they needed. I mean, if they had these cameras, why didn't the guy in the communications room look down and check the cameras? He was in a communications room. He didn't check the cameras and go, well, what's going on down there?
Well, they might not have cameras. I mean,
it could have been disrupted by the eye, too.
Yeah, but he's just a corporal. He's not going to have probably access to,
but he's a communications officer.
Sure, but you're talking about in the vault, too, right? He's not going to just be able to, what's going down in the bank tonight? Oh, maybe I'll just mosey on down there and disable this camera. Not that he's going to, but you get my point. He might not have, access to that. I think...
And like I said, the eye could be disrupting the feeds as well. It is some crazy astrological event.
But I think your point of nobody seems worried about being discovered on Coruscant or random, vacation planet that has shore troopers milling about, I think that goes to show that they know Cinta killed the only witnesses.
Not to mention, Cyril would be itching to come forward being, I have evidence on this person. This would be, they'd plaster their faces out because the Empire wants them.
Yeah.
The Empire would have plastered their faces on anything they could. Be like, these are the dangerous people. Go after them. We need to track them down. We need to stop these people.
I'm going to go ahead and say with 99% certainty that, yes, Cinta did indeed kill them.
The only people who were alive that still saw them were people who were fighting down in the bunker. But how good of a look did they get? They were never really close.
Yeah.
People were running, people were shooting, people were hiding, ducking behind stuff.
That's true, too. They
didn't get a great look.
Not a great look, but they still got a look, right?
But
you'd still be able to
in the
generally
middle of all that
describe
fighting
them.
and stuff,
Yeah,
how much do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like getting an actual, like, image of them. You're going to get a general description, at least. You'll know they're, like, humans and,
Not to mention
all this stuff.
the family, they were close. They saw them.
Yeah, they were
And they
close.
knew they needed to remember the faces.
Well, yeah, because Cinta is literally standing there with them. I mean, they can just study her face and remember it, and then Cinta's going to do something else on the planet, so highly unlikely that Cinta would let them live. Now, there is another take to this, that they don't know that Cinta didn't kill them, or Cinta perhaps was supposed to. I mean, I think Cinta was supposed to kill them. We kind of are getting we got the vibe from, like, Clea in yesterday's episode that, sometimes people need to be killed. Andor, we got to hunt him down and kill him. These are just casualties of war. So I think the intention was to kill them, but did Cinta not kill them? I mean, we know her family was killed by stormtroopers, so perhaps those tears are, as she's walking away, or she couldn't do it. She couldn't kill a family, considering that's what kind of got her into the cause, right? It's just an innocent family. Her family was probably innocent too. Mm-hmm. So are the tears because she had to, in a sense, betray the rebellion and let them live?
But could she? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think I think she's pretty cold-hearted at this point.
But if she knows, she has to know as well that if she doesn't, she's going to have the person she loves hunted and killed.
That's true too.
Not to mention herself.
Yeah, I mean, we know she's doing something else on Aldhani, and what that is, I don't know. It was a little speeder that she had, a little kind of wave runner. Her rock runner, I'm going to call it, because she was like surfing rocks. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of that, what else does she have to do? I mean, she's risking it all. She's got to know. I mean, when she saw that Star Destroyer overhead, she's got to be like, well, yeah, I expected the Empire in full force to show up.
They arrested the Aldhani that were there. I'm still curious how exactly she made her escape.
Well, she was got away.
She was dressed as an Imperial, yes. Yeah. But she went down to the Aldhani group, and we heard that 100 and so Aldhani were arrested.
134?
Yeah, something like that.
Probably the whole group down there.
Mm-hmm. Because they were supposedly conspirators.
Yeah, well...
So how did she slip away? Did she continue to slip away during the event? They didn't really...
Probably. She probably... I mean, we don't even see her, like, really stopping to watch it. I mean, we don't know how long that event lasts for. It might be an hour. It might be, 10 minutes. So she may have, not even bothered and immediately got away while everybody... Because we did see everybody was pretty much enthralled. Even other Imperials watching it were enthralled by it, so...
Yeah, I don't think it lasts very long.
No, I don't think it lasts long either.
A big fuss about making sure to get out before the eye closed.
Yeah, but I think she could easily enough sneak away. Because most of them out there have no idea anything is amiss. They don't know what's just happening.
None of them out there do.
Yeah, so they're just enjoying it. They see another officer. And she is an officer, right? She's in an officer's uniform. Most grunts are not going to go, hey, Lieutenant, where do you think you're going? That's not going to happen, so.
No, as much as it's distasteful, I think she killed them to escape.
Yes, I'm almost positive.
To protect the rebellion, to protect Vel.
Yeah.
And that's for all we know, Vel was told to get close to her so that she wouldn't back out.
No, Vel seems to care about her. But no, I mean, I think that's what the tears are.
But I don't put anything past Luthen and the rebellion now.
I think the tears come from the fact that, she murdered a family, which again is what got her into the cause, but she did it to protect her own quote-unquote family, the people she now cares about, which is Vel. I think that's where the tears are.
That's a good point.
Well, that's all we got for you this time, so take to the comments below. Tell us what you think. Did Cinta do the dark deed here, or did she let the family live? And that's what the tears are about. Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars, and until next time, thanks for watching.